Razaban for FightHype.com. We're outdoors after a long session with two tanks, OD. I don't know which one's first. Is it two tanks or is it OD?
No idea. Different things for different people.
Two tanks, OD, Ohara Davies in camp, just finishing off his, well, he's got a few sessions left of his sparring, ready for Tom Farrell. First, it's been a while since we caught up. Yeah,
it's been a while. Since my last fight, I've just thought, let me keep my head down, stay in the gym, focus more than I focused last camp. You know, last camp, camp was good, but I wasn't as focused as I have been this camp. So just ready to go out there and beat the fuck out of this guy.
Before we come to Tom Farrell, I just want to go back a few months. Obviously, you had that fight with
Taylor,
Josh Taylor in Scotland.
Yeah.
We spoke about the fight and you were very, very confident going into the fight. I don't want to go too much detail in it, but where do you kind of think it went wrong on the night?
What I think it went wrong was, personally, I think I'd done a lot of things in training that I wouldn't have done in training before. Like, to be honest, this was a hard fight. We all knew, I knew this was a hard fight. Added things in, took things out. Personally, that's what I believe. I added things in, I took things out, and I just believe that wasn't me on my best night. For that fight, I was fit. I can't lie, I was fit. I was in good shape, strong for that fight. I was in good shape for that fight. My performance on that night would have beat anyone else that I fought against. But my performance on that night wasn't the me that fought a fight before. When I fought Dave Matthews, that were the same OD. And you know, I feel like as long as I know what I've done wrong, I can come back stronger next fight and I'll get back on top, because I know where I went wrong. I know what to do. I know how to fix it up. I've got a formula that works. Never again will I change that formula. And that formula from now on is going to be everyone.
There's a lot of talk before that fight about the level of experience and amateur experience. Do you think that was a key factor in the fight?
Nah, I don't believe so. I just believe that I didn't train how I should have trained. I didn't train how I should have trained, and looking back now, I see it. Looking back now, I see it. To be honest, 2 weeks before the fight, in my sparring, I was like, this ain't the same me that was in my last camp. I was like, this ain't the same me. How I sparred, I sparred good, but people that usually score, I was getting scored by sometimes, and I was just like, you know, sometimes I try to say, you know, I'm a bit tired. It's a Friday. I might just be a bit tired. Try to make excuses for myself, but nah. I think I shouldn't have added anything on. I shouldn't have taken things out. Don't change anything.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. That's the way. So that's what I've done for this camp. You know, the last camp was like fucking a long camp. I've done like 13, 14. No, I've done 14 weeks. This camp's only been 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks. So, you know, when you see me on the 30th, it'll be back to normal OD.
Just finish off with the Josh Taylor fight. There was some rumour, well, not rumours, but there's a lot of criticism against you on social media that you quit and you didn't have heart. But I know what happened. But what? Tell the audience.
Anyone that says I quit, I ain't got heart, I just say fuck them. You think I give a fuck what any of these guys think about me? I'm gonna fuck what any of these guys say. I'm gonna fuck what any of these guys think. What they're typing on social media isn't gonna pay my wages. It's not gonna put an extra £1 in my bank account. It's not gonna take £1 out of my bank account. It's not gonna change shit. So I don't give a fuck about what anyone says. Fuck them. So, you know, so I just feel like what happened in the fight was my nose bled, my nose broke early in the fight. My nose broke, blood blocked both of my airways. I couldn't breathe. I said, fuck this shit, I've got to think about my health. Get the fuck out of there. And, you know, a lot of these fans, when you end up like Michael Watson or Gerald McLennan, that's when they look at you and they're like, oh, he was such a good fighter, we feel sorry for him, the referee should have stopped the fight, this happened, he had too much heart and that was his problem. Then when someone comes and they say, fuck it, I'm thinking about my health, they want to complain. Like, they can never be happy. Let's say I carried on that fight, I couldn't breathe, something happened, I ended up disabled or some shit like that. These people, they would have been saying, oh, he should have known something was wrong and he should have taken himself out of there. But when I took myself out of there, they're saying, oh, he's got no heart because he took himself out of there. I'm like, you can't please these boxing fans, and I feel like they will always find a reason to hate me. Boxing fans will always find a reason to hate me. That's just how they are. That's how they are. You know, boxing fans, they love who they want to love, and they hate who they want to hate. So I'm just one of the people that they hated. When I beat Dave Matthews 15-0, they still had bad shit to say about me. So now that I've lost the fight, they get even more bad shit to say about me. But I don't really care. I think it is what it is. From now on, I'm gonna go back to being me, doing what I do best, knocking guys out, and I'll be back on top.
There's a lot of talk when the Taylor fight happened about you being a different Ohara Davies, not the one that we saw with Derry Matthews. Now, I was in Liverpool when you had that press conference. With a Tom Farrell, just like the old Ohara Davies is back.
As in, I think I was a bit humble, wasn't I? Like, letting them take off my glasses. To be honest, that fight, the whole mindset was wrong. To be honest, during that camp, I had a girlfriend. For one of the first times in my boxing career, I had a girlfriend for one of the first times in my boxing career. And having a girlfriend for me took out a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of energy. Times when I should have been at home, gone to bed, or resting, relaxing, watching the TV. I was out with her, you know, going out, getting food to eat. She wasn't the issue, I was the issue. The way that I fought, the way that I handled it. But then again, I wasn't experienced. I haven't had that many girlfriends before, so I didn't really know. But I think me having a girlfriend was definitely a factor in my focus for that fight, because I wasn't 100% focused, and that was one of the reasons. You know, that fight for me, it was a hustle. You know, I got paid more than I got paid in my other fights. It was a hustle. I think my mindset for that fight was, I'm getting paid good dough. You know, I was like, it is what it is. Just go to the gym, train, do your normal shit, and come and get your money. My mindset for that fight was, if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. That's never ever been my mindset. My mindset was, there ain't no losing. For that mindset, it was more, if you win, you win. If you lose, you lose. But I'm glad these things happen in life. You live and you learn. You know, when all these fans are saying shit about me, I'm like, when they make a mistake, when they go for a job interview and they don't get it, they ain't getting shit. When I made a mistake, I got paid for it. So no boxing fan can say anything. I got paid what fucking they get paid in about 2 years for making a mistake. So they can laugh all they want, they can say all the shit they want. At the end of the day, the shit that they're talking bad about me about pays my petrol in this car.
Tom Farrell, 13-0 I believe, undefeated fighter. Everyone says he's a tough opponent, and it's a tough fight to go into coming off a defeat. But did you not want that kind of warm-up fight? You just wanted to go in there?
I think Tom Farrell's a bum, to be honest. I think Tom Farrell's a bum. I remember even after my last fight, I said to Eddie Hearn in the dressing room, I was like, I'm not going back to fight 4-6 round fights, 6-8 round fights. I'm not going back there. That's not what I'm in the game for. I'm not going back there. And Eddie was like, I don't intend on putting you back there. And I was like, good. You know, that's what I like. We can work. I'm like, this can work. So I'm like, get me anyone, because I know what went wrong, and I know how to fix it. And Tom Farrell came up when I got the message about Tom Farrell. I hadn't even seen him fight. I've literally never heard of him. I was like, yes, get me that fight. 12-round fight, WBA title, good dough. No way am I turning it down. It don't matter who the fuck he is. He's gone down, and I'm taking his belt and the money. So yeah, I think Tom Farrell. I think he's a bum, really. I mean, my coach was just having a talk. My coach was like to me, listen, if this guy beats you, you're fucked. I was like, mate, if this guy goes past round 4, it don't count. If this guy goes past round 4, something's wrong.
Is that added pressure on yourself now?
It's not pressure, it's just a reality. If this guy goes past round 4 with me, then something's wrong. We're talking about me being on world title level, me getting to world title level. This bum goes 4 rounds with me. Like, 13-0 don't mean shit. 13-0 against 2. He fought Chris Adaway in his last fight and fucking went life and death. Like, Chris Adaway is the best fighter. He's fought nothing against Chris Adaway, but Chris Adaway is the best fighter he's fought. Apart from that, he ain't fought anyone. So he fought 13-0 fighting bums, so that record don't mean shit.
Back in Liverpool, we know you had that fierce altercation with the fans during the Hey Belly press conference in Liverpool. I was there, and that was probably the best press conference I actually went to. But this time you're not going to be fighting the Liverpoolian fighter in London, you're going to be fighting actually in Liverpool, so the atmosphere is going to be hot.
I don't give a fuck, to be honest. I got booed. I fought at the O2. I got booed in the O2 in my own hometown. I have no problem going over there to get booed. I went over to Scotland, and what I experienced in Scotland, I don't believe I will ever experience again. The amount of hatred I experienced out there, I know I will never experience that again, because nothing beats that. I've never gone to a boxing match and seen a hatred like I got hatred in Scotland. I've been to Floyd's fights, Adrian Broner's fights. Name me the most hated person you know, the most hated fighter you know. I've never seen anyone get fucking mullered during the ring entrance like I did. And then after the fight, before the fight, during the ring entrance, after the fight, like they were mad. They were completely mental. They were completely mental, and I would never experience anything like that again. And nothing beats that. During the fight, I felt fine. The fans didn't affect me. All the boos and whatever they said didn't affect me. So I don't care about getting booed or cheered. At the end of the day, I'm gonna win the fight, and Eddie's gonna pay me good dough for it. Probably get myself a new car. On the back of Liverpool people, off their backs, I'm gonna buy my shit.
What car are you going for?
Don't know. I said to myself that, no, I don't usually tell people my goals, but by this time next year, I wanna get a nice place, and I wanna Audi R8.
Okay.
That's my goals for this time next year.
You can pick them up good prices now. I see Conor Ben driving around in R8 sometimes.
Yeah, Conor Ben drives right now in R8 sometimes, you know, but yeah, that's what I want to buy.
A nice R8 and a place.
And a place. A nice place, not just a place. I want a nice place.
And then what? Find a girlfriend or find a wife?
Fuck that. Nah.
We're gonna come to that in a moment. Yeah. We're gonna come to that in a moment.